you know, diabetes.
Welcome to Demasked. My name is Fresman, and today I'm joined by Dodge the Grave. Dodge, how are you today?
I'm fantastic. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing very good. I recently got back from a trip. I'm well rested. Missed last week's putting out an episode, but here we are. I'm back.
What was your trip?
Oh, I went back to my home state to visit some family.
Oh, nice.
I
Nice.
I live in an entirely different state from them now, and I regret it. Not gonna
You
lie.
regret it. See, do you regret it because y'all are a close family, or do you regret it because you have to travel so much?
Because we're a close family, and plus I have older family members that I can't look after now that I'm a couple thousand miles away.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's not walking distance.
Like, man, I wish it's only a 36-hour drive. What do you mean?
Oh, that's it?
Yeah,
What kind of car are you driving? A spaceship.
it depends. Am I flooring it the entire time?
Exactly.
Now,
36 hours. Holy cow.
yeah, me and the missus did make the drive out here when we moved. We didn't fly, and I never want to do that trip ever again.
It's so long that you have to it just affects your whole body. Your whole body is affected. From your brain to your ankles.
well, it well that and we didn't even so we didn't stop for hotels at all.
Oh
Like
my god.
we slept. That's a must because it's dangerous otherwise. But we would stop in truck stops and then just fall asleep in the car.
Oh my gosh. I tried doing that once and I got eaten alive by mosquitoes. No bueno.
I yeah, I'm well that and I'm scared of the dark, so I kept like jumping awake, kind of looking out the window, waiting for something to like right out the window. But
Yeah. That's me every time I get in my car, morning or night.
now, now, Dodge, I'm looking at your channel here, and
Mhm.
while your more recent videos are horror based, pardon me, narrations, readings, that sort of thing, I am staring at a Dr. Langeskov the Tiger and the Terribly Cursed Emerald, a Whirlwind Heist gameplay with commentary.
Yes. Yeah, that was
Now,
back in the day when I was just like, I want to do gameplays, and it doesn't matter what I put on my channel. Everyone will like anything I put on there.
I I'm in the same wheelhouse. I want to say I think my very first video on this channel was an Overwatch gameplay,
Mm. Yeah.
and and I didn't know how to edit videos at the time, so I would just record it and immediately upload it.
Oh my goodness. Did you have Audacity or OBS? Like what were you
I
using?
I put it all through OBS.
Yeah, I was the same boat when I first started. I didn't know anything about Audacity. I didn't know anything about having a good mic. I used my headset mic.
I
It
I
was
bought a
bad.
mic. I bought a mic I was recommended through a buddy of mine,
Mm.
and it was how do I word it? Like nowadays I use like my mic through an interface that then goes into my computer. But before it was just my mic plugged directly into my computer with no like gain and no noise reduction, no nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how, I don't know. Everyone thought that's how you were supposed to start out. That's
I I it's almost like a rite of passage, isn't it?
Mhm. Oh yeah.
I
Wondering wondering why my audio is so bad while everyone's is so good, and then finally getting your ear to be tuned in to that noise. You know what I
mm-mm.
mean? Because you don't start off being able to hear background noise and plosives. Like, that's something you have to train your ear to learn.
Oh yeah, and that and like you got to get your technique down for how you're talking to the mic and how close, like how you're sitting, all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
Like
Yep.
like my previous setup, well, before I moved out here, I and this is not a euphemism for anything. I had a clown skeleton attached to my wall.
What?
It- it's one of those tiny plastic skeletons that you hang from like your rearview mirror, but
Okay, yes.
it had a clown nose, a top hat, and like a jacket, and it was hung up by a tack right over my monitors, right in the center. So whenever I would talk, like right now, I would look directly at the the skeleton.
Okay.
Well, it was
And
just
that's
so
how you trained yourself?
yeah, just sort of knew where to direct my head.
Okay.
I well, I've got a bad habit of like on like casual calls, non recordings, and all this. I have a bad habit of sort of looking around my room.
Why is that bad? It's not
Because
an interview.
oh yeah, no, but like it also then translates into when I do an interview, and then I'm like, yeah, that's great. As I look back at the back of the room, and then come back to my mic.
Okay. You get a
But
lot of, what did you say?
yeah, what was that? You sound like you're a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
I just yeah, but I was gonna ask. So has Dodge the Grave always been the name for the channel?
No, it hasn't. When it first started, it was Dodge This 82.
Okay.
And again, that's back when I thought I was going to be doing gameplays. And at some point, I heard a narration and was like, this is what I want to try this. So it was another few years after I started doing narrations that I had, who was it? It was Time Six. I had Time Six look over my channel and he was like, you need to get rid of this. You need to get rid of this. And he was talking about all of these like really weird gameplays I had on and these, I mean, I had celebrity interviews on my channel at one point. I
Hmm.
had I had inspirational I had inspirational ASMR videos on my channel at one point, and he was like, "Yeah, you need to get rid of this and that." And what is your channel again? And I was like, "It's going to be horror narrations and scary gameplays." And he was like, "Yeah, then you need to change your name. You need to fix that too, because nobody knows what you are or what you do." And so I left it for the crowd, for the audience, the subscribers to help me decide on which name I was going to choose, and they landed on Dodge the Grave.
Hmm. So when did you make the pivot towards horror? Because you mentioned it was a few years after the gameplay stuff.
I can't remember when exactly. It all kind of runs together because I've been doing this for maybe 8 or 9 years now,
Hmm.
off and on, and I'm not sure when. Somewhere in the beginning part of the 8 or 9 years.
It just dawned on me. I don't know how long I've been on YouTube. Oh
Yeah,
no.
that the time flies, and it's whether you're having fun or not, the time flies.
Personally, I think fun's the most important part.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Or else it doesn't. I couldn't imagine doing anything on YouTube without loving it.
What do you mean you don't want to make like toy review channel and just to make the ad revenue?
Oh man, if I was any good at it, I would definitely do it. But I am not good at toy reviews.
You, you heard it here first, party people at home. Stay tuned for Dodge the Graves surprise egg review.
Yeah, hold your breath. Hold your breath for that one. I'm sure any minute now.
I I did have I had this idea years ago where I wanted to make fun of current YouTube trends and like do them, but just do them horribly, like
Mm-hmm.
put no effort into them.
Right.
And I did one video, and then I realized like I can't stand myself. like like oh great, like if I were to, hey guys,
Oh man.
well
Just
you
the
know
hey guys.
yeah. Well, so question: do you have a name for your audience?
That's a good question. No, I don't.
So like I like some famous examples being like like was the last drive-in with Joe Bob Briggs. That fan base is called the Mutants. Uh, but I was it was if I recall, a mutual friend of ours, Lady Spookaria, ran an idea by me years ago that if I ever got famous and I started referring to my fan base as the Frezzers,
Okay.
I told Lady like if I ever like non-ironically refer to whoever watches my videos as the Frezzers, I need you to just put me down.
Oh, is that the moment?
Yeah, like this has gone too far. I need somebody to delete my channel for me.
Wow. That's that's a drastic reaction to that.
it it's the only way anything gets done.
So you're a bit go big or go home kind of guy.
Not so much. I'm here mainly for a hobby. This is like this whole show is just because I really enjoy doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no like, man, I hope I get sponsored. If that happens, neat. I'm not looking for it though.
Oh, I didn't know that was an option.
I don't know, honestly. I don't know if my content would be considered sponsor friendly.
Yeah, probably not. I listened to one of your interviews and
Oh no.
the subject matter was not child friendly.
Oh god, which one? Which one was it?
Um, I think it was the one with Never Sleep.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was that one. I think
Yeah.
so. And that like most of that interview was just like, hmm, children?
Yeah. It, like I I'm not a family friendly channel.
No, you're not. No. Is that what you
Uh,
would have to be in order to be sponsored, be family friendly?
no, honestly, because there's a lot more like questionable things out there that somehow still get sponsorships. It just really depends on what the item's going to be.
Mm, okay.
Now, now, Dodge, if somebody were to sponsor you, if somebody were to put down money for ad space in your videos, who would you want it to be?
I'd want it to be a one for mental health.
Okay, like BetterHelp or something.
Yes, but not them. I hear they're a scam. I hear
Yeah,
they're not good at
yeah,
all.
yeah.
So one that's actually good.
And I say like don't follow through on that, party people at home. I
Mm-hmm.
it was just my first example that I could think of.
That's the only one I can think of that I've ever seen. Yeah.
I
There's something about listening to scary stories for hours, listening to it to fall asleep, that just, I don't know. I used to be able to do it. I can't do it anymore. I used to
I
listen to scary gameplays also
mm,
and just falling asleep to all of that was, why can't I get any sleep?
I wonder why my dreams have been so strange lately.
Mm-hmm. So much blood, so much screaming.
Yeah,
Why?
I there was a night where me and the missus will put YouTube on our TV to go to bed, have it playing in the background,
What do y'all
and
watch?
well, so they watch like a lot of true crime stuff, but also a lot of sort of science exploration stuff, and the science portion of it is very calming because it's deep sea exploration or discussions about space and orbiting planets and all this. But sometimes it'll switch over to the true crime stuff. And so, well, like we'll go to bed and it's like, the deep sea turtle lives 300 yards under the, the surface of the ocean. We're like, oh, that's
Mm-hmm.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wake up to audio of a 911 call that's like, oh my God, he's in the house. And it's just like,
Oh,
I
good
don't.
Lord.
And it's like 3 in the morning.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Has
That's,
has it affected you listening to that stuff at night?
yeah, a little bit. But I try to listen to my own stuff, but even then, my recommended videos are strange too.
Mm. Yeah.
I
You're an oddball. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Question mark. Thank you.
No question mark.
That's
You don't need one.
I say that's great to hear.
You are exactly who you are. Like when you
I,
you have to put interviewers, if you had to put interviewers into a certain box, like you got the ones that are, I don't know, like they ask the same questions and they all sound kind of the same,
mm.
but you don't fall into any of those boxes.
See, but that means I'm doing my job correctly because that's exactly what
Exactly.
I wanted out of the show.
Exactly. Yes. That's why I said no question mark needed. You're welcome.
Then later on today, somebody's like, "Hey, how'd that interview with Fresno go?" You're like, "That guy's a nut."
Just the way I like it.
Yeah. Why didn't you tell me I'd be talking with a crazy person?
I knew what to expect when I decided to come on here. So,
I
yeah, there's no surprises.
from, from what I heard, I think it was lady was yelling at you to get on here.
Yelling at me. I don't I don't think yelling is the
Badgering is that
action right action word.
bullying?
But
There we
bullying, hmm.
go.
I had my, I had, there were some questions in my mind about whether this would be a good fit for me,
Hmm.
but so many people were like, no, you should do it, you should do it. And so here I am.
Well, I'm glad you decided to come on. Like
Yes.
I've 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 actually been wanting to interview you for a little while,
It's
and
been a long time. Yeah.
yeah, it's I don't know that, and like life gets so busy that it's hard to kind of loop back around and check in with the people that were busy at the time. You know,
And that's hard because then people fall off the map and you'd be lucky if you're able to get back in touch with them again.
I some guests I have the worst timing like ever. Like I, I can't remember the name of the channel, but it was like a year and a half ago, and I'm like, I should interview this person, and then the literal next video they put out is like, I am quitting YouTube. Goodbye. Oh, okay.
Well, before you quit,
What about one last go around?
one last, just stay in for at least a month if you could.
Give it
Just,
until next Wednesday. Come on.
yes, please. You got another month in you. I know it. I have one interview that I've been trying to post for maybe 9 months, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it just it just never happened. I fell off the grid a bit, and and then I came back and I did a poll, and the poll didn't lean in their way for me to post that video, so it just it just hasn't been posted yet. But I went on their channel recently, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be retiring." I was like,
Oh,
"Dang it! Should I still post it?" Yes, I should still post it. I think I
the
should still post it.
the post mortem interview of insert channel here.
Yeah, I mean, they're still getting subscribers. They still have their audience. They were they were a really nice person to interview. Why not?
Now I'm looking at some of the people that you've interviewed here in the past.
Hmm.
And I mean, of course, there's going to be some overlap. There's similar circles and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I so as an interviewer, what's your favorite question to ask a guest on your channel?
I like to ask. I like to ask them what they were like in high school. It's either that
Oh,
question or asking them their first narration, what was the first narration that they heard. It's either those two.
that high school one's killer. Oh
It
no.
is. It is killer. And just from that alone, there are so many tangents that come along with it. But um, just thinking about high school and like, how far they've come is, it's something that takes someone back.
Now, my follow-up question to that
Hmm.
is have you ever answered that yourself on your channel?
I believe I have.
Hmm.
I think so. Why?
Because I have so I'm having horrible flashbacks. Not surprisingly, not to high school, but to middle school,
Middle school, not high school. Why?
because that was when I was at my goofiest, really.
Mm, okay. But then
But
you toned down when you went to high school? Like, what was
yeah,
that?
yeah, I it was I. So, I mean, I'm still awkward as an adult, but like middle school, it was just I could not introduce myself to people to save my life, and like the friend group I did have, like a couple of them believed they were werewolves. It was weird.
this is this was junior high?
Yeah, yeah, and it was also in that weird subsection of like, yeah, I listen to metal, and it's like just Metallica and My Chemical Romance and Green Day, which I considered metal.
Right.
It was that like that weird point in you know every kid's life where they're trying to find out who they are but failing miserably.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There's no way you know who you are in junior high school, let alone
Mm.
high school or even college.
It it took like not so much the personality, but the I used to worry a lot about the future, just not like the uncertainty of it all.
Hmm.
And a complete stranger actually put my worries to rest.
How so?
I was working at Home Depot at the time, moving bags of cement and concrete and all this fun stuff. And I had been worrying, like, oh, what's the next few years going to look like? And I really kind of got in my head about that pretty consistently, even though I was like 22. But like worrying about like when I'm like 40 and all this. And because I came from a household that was like, you have to have it all figured out.
Oh, well, that's nice.
It, like, I get having a plan, like a loose plan, but it's impossible to have every little detail figured out, and that's
Hmm.
the part that I wasn't told is you don't have to worry about the smaller finite details. But this older gentleman I was helping load, concrete into his truck, he's like, "Hey man, you all right? You're looking funny." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah," and I told him my worries about the future and all that. And I'm like, "I don't know, I don't feel like I have it all figured out." And he goes, "Nobody has it figured out."
Nope.
He's like, everybody's making it up as they go, and he points at himself. He goes, "I'm 60 and I still don't know what the hell I'm doing."
Mm-hmm.
And that,
That,
like, that to this day is just like, you know what? Yeah, let's just see where this goes.
what was it that you were still trying to figure out? Was it just the
Worries,
future in general?
yeah. It's I. Is there a word for it? It's the like the fear of aging.
The fear
Hold
of it. Hmm. I don't know.
on. J- dra- get, oh, jeez, how do you pronounce that? Garascophobia? A
Okay.
It's an incessant and abnormal fear of growing older and aging.
Okay. I know everyone that I know has that fear.
But it used to haunt me at like even in moments where it shouldn't.
Okay.
And thankfully, for the most part, I've gotten over it because I keep making jokes that I plan to be either a brain in a jar, or B, I plan to live until the sun explodes.
Hopefully the sun exploding is the first thing that happens.
It's just a couple million years, walk in the park.
Yeah, right around the corner.
Easy, easy.
Easy. Better than living until you're 90.
Yeah, I, I'm hoping that cybernetics takes off by then, so I can become just like a really cool robot.
Oh,
Now,
man.
Dodge, do you have any irrational fears?
Irrational. All of them are rational. All of my fears.
All of them are rational or irrational?
All of them are rational. All of them make sense in my head. Like, all of
Okay.
them are supposed to be there, I feel.
They should be on the list, yeah.
They should be on the list, yes. Um, Octopi and insects.
Huh.
That's why I will not swim in a beach, or that's why I don't enjoy camping as much as I should.
You know what? I can kind of get behind the octopi one. I can
Yeah.
understand that.
Mhm. I think everyone should have that fear. They are too
Everyone
freaking
should feel this way.
smart. Yes, everyone should feel this way.
Well,
Um, but generally, I'm afraid of everything. I have very high anxiety.
hmm, I get you. I've I've got the type of fears that place me perfectly to be a victim in a horror movie.
Yes, that's one of mine too.
That you're going to be in a horror movie.
That I'm gonna end up in one of those true crime documentaries where,
Yeah.
yeah, someone
I
offs me just any day now, I'm sure.
so there is yeah, are you familiar with I've mentioned it before on the show, but are you familiar with autophobia?
No.
So autophobia is the fear of complete isolation.
Interesting. Okay.
And it's not for me it's not like I'm alone in a room. Like that's not what sets it off. Like I know my partner's in the next room. I'm aware of their presence. I'm okay. But if I am home alone and they're like out at a friend's house and it's like nighttime, that I'm checking the windows.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
I
I checked the doors.
and there's a joke that came of it years ago. I believe it was David Howard Thornton's interview where I told him like how strange would it be that I'm expecting to look out my window and see a guy in a mask standing in my yard, but he'll be looking into a window seeing a masked man standing in the living room.
Right. Who's gonna be more afraid of whom exactly?
Yeah. Hopefully he just turns and walks away.
Yeah, this isn't the house for me.
You know what?
So,
I don't need anything in that house.
yeah, someone's gotten to it before I have.
Yeah. Oh, somebody claimed it.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Either someone got there before you or the person that lives there is insane. So you're gonna get left alone.
and I'm not gonna lie. I looked down at my hands and I was just like, "Oh God, which one am I? Oh no."
Oh man.
I'm a I'm a relatively sane person. I swear.
Yeah, relatively. I'm not even gonna say relatively. I'm pretty insane. And I'm okay with that. I've accepted it. I don't
Yeah,
know anyone who's sane.
it's it's becoming like it's becoming harder to find a sane normal person, and even then, it's like finding a unicorn.
Yeah, you look at them though. Um, you're like you have to just stare at them and like poke them in the cheek and just feel like, what are you made of? Like, what is that like? And you must be really boring.
Like I
Sane
had
people
what?
are pretty boring.
Like I had a manager years ago that I asked him what he does for fun when he's not at work, and he goes, "I don't." And I go, "What do you do then? Do you just stare at your wall until it's time to come back here?"
And what did he say?
And he's like, "No, I've got two kids and I'm married, so my time's pretty well taken up." I'm like, "You don't? There's no moment where you're like sitting in your bedroom by yourself and you're just like, I should watch a movie."
And he said no?
Yeah, but he was like totally fine with it, and I'm like, "That's how? How do you do
Mm-mm.
that?"
Mm-mm. No.
I'm convinced he didn't have a bed. He just kind of stands there. Then his alarm goes off and he just walks back to work.
Either he's on the verge of having a nervous breakdown, or before he had kids, he had like a really crazy life.
like, like did some messed up stuff and then got
Mm-hmm.
married. He was like, "I gotta
Mm-hmm.
stop."
Yeah. I gotta cool it. I got kids now.
Yeah.
And everything after that is just calm because I couldn't imagine just not having any fun ever.
Well, like this is a fun thought experiment. I recently learned a lot about my own dad.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up, my dad presented himself as a fairly sane, calm, stoic person. Uh, in a, he's a hard man to get a read on when you first meet him.
Yeah, my dad too.
And in talking to his dad, he's like, "Oh yeah, no, he used to sneak out of the house all the time and throw parties. He was just too much sometimes." And
Wow.
yeah,
How did that make you feel?
well, like I'm ashamed to say my first thought was like, "God, I have to catch up."
Yeah. It's in my genes. I must be doing this too.
I need to start getting into more bar fights and whatnot because apparently he was in a couple.
Wow, your dad?
Yeah, and, uh, and that's the thing is like he did all that, and I'm the weird one in the family. What happened?
Yeah, what happened? Having a kid.
I just ruined it. No,
Were you the firstborn?
yep.
Ah.
I'm
Huh.
I'm the oldest of a lot of siblings.
Me too. Not the oldest. I'm the baby. So I'm the opposite.
I I let's see. Hold on. Let me count. Mm,
You're counting how many?
almost got it. Yeah. Okay. Oldest of three sisters and a brother.
Okay. You had to count that.
I, it's it's really complicated.
Oh, okay. It's
it's
one of those trees. Got it.
it, it's not full siblings. It's half siblings and step siblings.
Oh, okay. All right. That could
It
that could explain it.
yeah. The the easiest way to explain is that I'm the only kid that is the product of my mom and my dad,
Mhm.
but then they divorced right after I was born.
Okay.
And so then they went off and had their own lives. So
Okay.
I I have half siblings, shared a shared mom or a shared dad, but no, n- none of them are both.
Was there any animosity towards you being the original quote unquote?
No, no,
No? Ooh.
because those half siblings, say like my brother, who I share my mom with, um,
Mhm.
we like he hasn't met my dad because the it's two different worlds, man.
Okay.
Like there's
Hmm.
not really any like big family get together type of deal. But
Okay.
it's not like, oh, we're not speaking. It's just happenstance.
Interesting.
How did we get here?
Something about insanity and your boss your boss not having a life because he has kids, and then we got into how your dad was
am I
reckless. Yeah.
am I
We
am
got
I
a
having
few tangents in there.
Sam? I have a senior moment right now. Is that what's happening?
A senior moment? No, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Well,
Why?
because I
Because you don't remember?
it's well that's the thing is I describe the show to guests as I, I want you to imagine like a movie, just a shot of a car flying off a cliff. That's the conversation. There's no tracks. There's no road. We're just
As it should be.
yeah. There's nobody in the driver's seat.
No one? Wait.
No,
Is it
like
one of those cars that you don't need a driver, or
Oh no, I've just let go of the wheel.
Oh no.
I put, there's a brick on the gas pedal, but the radio still works though.
Thank goodness. At least that. Not for long though.
Well, what I was trying to ask you earlier is, what is your greatest fear? The top of the hill.
Drowning.
Really?
Hmm. And
Like.
that's like really high because a lot of my fears are really high. So for
Mm,
it to be higher than the high is really high.
uh, hmm. So I know it sounds silly to ask, but like, under what parameters? Like you mentioned not wanting to swim in the ocean. Is it like drowning in the ocean or just any body of water? Water.
I feel a little confident swimming in a pool because I've had swimming lessons, hoping that that would disperse any fear of drowning that I have. But swimming in a pool, I have found out, is very different from swimming in an open body of water. So it's still drowning, but drowning in an ocean.
See, that I can get behind, and I think I have a little bit of that too. And it's more so that under certain circumstances, when you're in the ocean, say you're, like you just hopped off a boat in the middle of the ocean, you can't see
Mm.
the bottom.
Yeah. You don't know what's in there. It might be octopi, you don't know, or
It could be that.
jellyfish.
It could be that masked man from earlier. Who knows?
Who knows? It could be anyone or anything.
Oh God, it's a masked octopus.
No. Oh God, no.
I
My
just
greatest
imagine.
fear.
I just imagine an octopus like squeezed into a ski mask.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to think about that now. Now it's in my brain.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
Then after the interview, just damn it, Fresman, why? Why did you bring it up?
No, you're fine. I'm chill. It can't,
Oh,
my fear of octopi can't get worse. It's already bad enough, whether it's masked or not.
I are you? I mean, are you near a body of water? Are you near the ocean?
No, and that's
Well, then
just
you're
the way I
good.
like it.
But are you near a zoo or an aquarium?
Mm, um, not very. They're not very close. It's it's far enough that I don't have to think about it.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. An aquarium. You're funny.
Do you,
I kind of like watching jellyfish. Ooh, I kind of
je-
do. I
jellyfish are beautiful, man. Except they hurt you. They hurt you real bad.
Yes, I'm also afraid of jellyfish. It's right up there with octopi. But I like watching them in the glass case in an aquarium where I know they
Mm.
won't hurt me.
Behind bulletproof
Yeah.
plexiglass they can't get through.
Yes.
I what's the name? I think it's the spider crab.
Oh my God.
Hold
The
on.
worst
Let
of
me.
both worlds.
Yeah, it is the spider crab. So I'm from Oregon originally,
Mm-hmm.
and there's an aquarium that's right on the beach, which feels self defeating. But this. They have a spider crab, but they have a giant, like, I think it's the Japanese spider crab with like the several foot long legs.
Jesus. Ugh.
And I so uh, I just got like bad goosebumps. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
the thing is, I hate spiders,
Hmm.
hate them. But for some reason, that has translated into crabs as well.
Yes.
Like
Small regular crabs are fine, but once you
yeah,
mix it together with spiders, it's not
when
okay
they
anymore.
when they start to get really long and gangly, that's
Hmm.
but they they had this display that's just how certain fish tanks are like rounded or have some sort of shape to them to make it more appealing.
Yes.
For the They had one spider crab and it was alone in the tank, and it's just a sheer wall of plexiglass, and it's standing there alone on top of like a little hill. And I walk by and I swear that thing is staring at me. cuz cuz
Hello,
it
Fresman.
yeah, like as I'm walking by it like rotated to like follow me.
It could smell your fear.
Yeah. And I should mention I'm an adult at this point. I'm like 24, and I'm like I I can't. I'm gonna walk the. I'm like I'm not gonna leave and look at it. I'm gonna keep walking. If
Yeah,
I
don't make
if
eye
I
contact.
if I turn around and it's on the floor running after me, I'm gonna just ball up and cry.
Oh my gosh. Not just be frozen in fear, but ball up into
Yep, just succumb
just
to whatever fate.
treat it like a bear.
if I if I play dead, it can't pinch me.
Oh god. Yeah. No,
I
I can't.
I'm gonna go ahead and close this Google Images tab I have of spider crabs
Why are you looking at that? Close it.
because I had to confirm that it was the nightmare thing that I was thinking of.
It's confirmed.
I All I know is so I have pretty bad anxiety too. So a question for you: do you have any sort of bizarre body movements that occur when you're anxious?
Uh, hmm. I don't think so. I
Because
don't think I do. No.
I've noticed when like something bothers me, but I can't like get out how much it's bothering me. I try to like pop my neck.
What do you mean pop your neck? Do you mean crack your neck?
You know, not like where you like push your head and try to pop your neck or crack your neck. It's like when you try to do it with just the muscles in your neck.
Are you successful at that? Does that
Once in a while, but other times it's just like I I get stuck doing it. I yeah, I'm I am an anxious individual.
I'm trying to imagine what you're saying and I'm having difficulty.
you, you know, like like in a movie where a character pops their neck, where they just tilt their head to the side and it's like pop pop pop.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
It's like that, except I'm like straining and trying not to like wig out
And does that help you?
once in a while.
Hmm.
This isn't helping my case for being a sane and rational person.
Yeah, if someone saw you doing that while being in a ball in front of an aquarium uh
It
aquarium tank.
it I mean it does happen sometimes when I'm at work and there's like a customer like giving me anxiety, but I won't call attention. I'll just quietly it's like ha ha ha, and then like try to pop my neck.
Do you have anxiety about customer service? Like, what's the
Uh,
customer doing that's giving you anxiety?
I, so I'm an obsessive compulsive,
Okay.
and I like things not not so much they have to stay where I've left them, that sort of thing,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like I ask a customer, "Hey, please don't do insert thing here," and then they do it anyway, and then like ah, mm, no,
That must happen a lot.
yeah, it it does. And unfortunately, I get a lot of really dumb customers.
I can imagine. Yes.
I sorry, I'm just like having flashbacks. Sorry, I'm a calm, sane, and rational person. Right, right, party people at home. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Woohoo.
yeah. We.
Yeah.
No, I no. It's something I'm working on, but it's yeah. I have the good old fashioned anxieties.
Mm-hmm. I know my knee bounces up and down sometimes,
Mm, okay.
but that's as and I try to avoid the thing that I'm anxious about, like the plague. But other than that, I think that's it.
I I had to like what's the word I'm looking for? I had to kind of unlearn putting up with stuff that makes me anxious.
Why is that?
I was a very like I, I was a bit of a doormat when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like somebody could cut in front of me in line, and I just like not let it go, but I'd kind of stew, but not say anything.
Uh huh.
But like in that's just a pedestrian example. But as I've gotten older, I've sort of been able to like, no, that's bothering me. That specifically is bothering me.
Learn to stick up for yourself.
Yeah, yeah, and it's yielded a vast array of results in the positive, thankfully, and I hope to continue down that path.
That's great. Good for
I
you,
I
bro.
I hear my cat's messing with something. Where are you?
Uh oh.
I've got two cats, and they like to mess with specifically everything they're not supposed to touch.
Yeah, that's the fun stuff.
That's fun. No, no.
Yeah, that's the fun stuff. The stuff you're not supposed to touch. Yeah, that's fun.
I so do you have any pets?
I don't.
You don't.
I don't have any pets. I have a cactus that is hanging on to its dear life.
Do you take it for walks at least?
I don't. I just leave it outside and hope for the best. And I was like, if I can't keep this cactus alive, I should not have any pets. And that cactus
Goldfish.
is goldfish, maybe. If I had to have a pet, which I can't imagine the world that I would live in where I had to have a pet. But if I had to have a pet, then it would be a goldfish.
Okay, it's not a bad pick.
I don't have to walk it. I don't have to get up early in the morning or late at night. Just maybe clean the bowl and sprinkle some flakes.
It's say much like a cactus. You just have to feed it occasionally.
Oh no. Yeah, that fish is going to die.
The fish is doomed.
I can't leave it out in the outside and hope that the rain replenishes its water. I can't do that. Or feeds it.
Oh God, I forgot to water my goldfish.
No, no.
I knew I was forgetting something today.
Something. Water me? Put water in me? No, that can't be right.
I'm hydrated, I think.
I hate drinking water. I hate it.
Really?
I hate drinking water.
I mean, do you attempt like additives like Mio, like the little flavor thing you spray in there?
Uh, I try what is that? Is it Crystal Light?
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I use that stuff, but water by itself, I would have to be on my deathbed. And that's probably why I would be on my deathbed because I haven't drunk water. And
I have this image in my head of like in the hospital for dehydration they put up the IV bag and you're like, is that water? Ew. Can
get
you
it off of me.
can you put this Crystal Light packet in that IV bag?
I'm not that bad, thank goodness, where they would have to do that, but jeez. I don't know what it is. It's just, it tastes like nothing. And, I don't know.
Well, like that. Once you get to like tap water, like different places do have different tastes because the water's coming from different sources and all this. And I found where I'm living now, the water sucks. It really sucks.
I'm from New York, so I can't imagine the water being worse than New York water where I am now. So,
So I'm from Oregon originally.
okay.
So a lot of the water is like spring water and when you
Oh,
filter through and whatnot. The way I've heard it described is it's almost sweet.
fancy.
Yeah, but it then I where I am here now, I'm in Texas now,
Hmm.
and never before have I been to so many public places where the second sentence that is ever mentioned to me after "Hey, welcome to blank" is "Don't drink the water."
Really?
Yeah, hi, welcome to Houston. Don't drink the water. It's all right. What's wrong with the water? It's gross. Don't drink it.
But I, it's water.
Right? But apparently, some of the reservoirs are just terrible.
Wow.
Like, like I went to a mall recently, and they have the water fountains right next to the bathroom, and I go, "That's amazing. I want some water. I haven't had some in a while. I'm dry." And I look up, and there's a piece of paper duct taped to the wall that just says, "Do not drink the water."
That's blowing my mind. I feel like that's some kind of post apocalyptic type stuff.
Yeah, I I don't get it. And like where I was living prior to this, I moved house a couple months ago, still in Texas,
Hmm.
but the water was well water,
Oh, no.
and I was told specifically like we have bottled water in the house. Do not drink from the tap. That is only for dishes and laundry.
Shoot. I'm surprised you trust it with dishes.
Yeah, well, I mean that's after a healthy helping of soap.
Hmm.
I've never before, and like it's a new world for me.
I don't know. That would creep me out.
Well,
I
then don't
mean,
drink the water.
yeah. Jeez. No, thank you. I mean, I don't like water already. So just putting that on top of it, I will never drink water. But
Oh,
you should be hydrated when you narrate.
that's right, party people, as I say, staring down into my cup of coffee. Hydrate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's got water in it. And, and bean juice.
Yeah. Best of both worlds.
Yeah. Now, what is your favorite non. I know you said you hate water, but what's your favorite non water drink?
Mm. Shake.
Like ice cream shake?
Yes.
That's a good pick. That's a really good pick.
Yes.
Favorite shake?
Ooh, it's a tie between Oreo cookie or Butterfinger.
Dairy Queen? Like,
No,
where do you get a Butterfinger one then?
there are restaurants that have shakes that they make. I went to a restaurant that had either Oreo or Butterfinger. It's not well, like, I was gonna say well done. It's not done a lot, but you have to go to that or those two restaurants to get it. But yeah, you don't need to be in Dairy Queen. I would have it if I went to a Dairy Queen.
Here, just a moment. Let me. Give me a split sec. Be right back.
Sure.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Sure.
But man, I want a Butterfinger shake now. Well, so you know what the worst part is about the news of the Butterfinger shake?
Oh no. There's something bad about it other than
For
the
me,
million things. Oh.
for me, yes. I actually found out the other day that I'm diabetic.
Oh no.
So, surprise, party people at home. We, but I can't have copious amounts of sugar anymore.
Oh man. That sucks.
Unless they can make me a sugar-free Butterfinger milkshake, that would be pretty neat.
When you find that, you let me know.
I like. Oh no! It just dawned on me. I don't think. Are there any places with sugar-free milkshakes? Have
I
I
don't
been
think that
cut?
exists.
Have I been cut off from like one of my favorite things?
I think so,
Oh
dear.
no!
Yeah. That
We're
might.
witnessing a we're witnessing a crisis live on the air.
Yes. Ugh.
Oh man!
That's like being on a diet and being told you can't have bread.
I mean, I technically can't, but that's because of the high sugar concentration in certain ones.
And what bread? Oh, well.
Like Wonder Bread and I think Franz.
Wonder Bread has high sugar content?
I mean, Wonder Bread. Because I know the one we looked, me and the missus looked at earlier had like, I think it was like 200 milligrams per slice of sugar. So,
What in the world?
oh, here we go. Per two, Wonder Bread specifically, per two slices, 5 grams of sugar.
Jeez.
I knew it. I knew Wonder Bread was going to be the thing to put me down.
Is that what you eat? You don't eat wheat?
It's hard finding a good brand.
There are so many of them. That's true.
Dave's Killer Bread's pretty good though. Have you ever tried that
Mhm.
one?
I have.
I Those make excellent turkey sandwiches.
Good to know.
But yeah, no, I'm in the middle of the diet adjustment, and I'm not taking it well. I'm not gonna lie.
I would be kicking and screaming. So you're doing better than me.
I've I've been walking around like a kid being told he can't get a toy at the store.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, we should get some coffee creamer. Can't get that one. It's got too much sugar. Like, it's my favorite though. Okay, fine.
Oh, fine. Dang it. Start knocking stuff off the shelf.
I've been joking about that. Just gonna walk over, just like kick out the leg from one of the displays. I
Find somebody eating, drinking a shake, and just knock it out their hand.
or just sit across from them staring.
Yeah,
Just
drooling.
start asking way too many questions. How is it? Is it good?
How's the mouth feel?
E- How's the temperature?
The temperature of the shake?
Is it cold? I bet it's cold.
Yummy.
I so my partner is making a hard eye contact with me from the kitchen and drinking straight out of a 2 liter of Sprite that I can't have in response to this right now.
A hard eye contact?
Yep, unblinking.
Them
So
fighting words.
that mm, somebody's gonna get salt in their soda. I was given the middle finger.
Oh no.
I uh,
That's
well,
tough when you're the one who has to look out for the diet and the other person doesn't. Yeesh.
it's also a bummer. So I have a a supernatural ability to have terrible timing, and so the night I found out I was diabetic, we had a pizza with that soda,
Whoa.
like
Okay.
like high salt, high sugar content, followed immediately by, hey, by the way, you're diabetic. It just
When so you were like so you ate these things and then you started feeling crappy and you went to the doctor or
no, I went to the doctor with a problem with my knee. I sprained my knee recently. Don't worry, it's not terminal.
you'll
But
survive.
yeah, I'll bounce back or shamble back, I guess. But
Mhm.
no, we went there for my knee because it was really bothering me, and they're like, "Hey, also we're gonna take some blood work," and I go, "Okay," and they have like a readout of all of your stuff on like the screen next to you, like even
Uh-huh.
like the labs they took,
Right.
and I want to say about 5, 6 people all asked me the same question back to back. It was like, "Hey, are you diabetic?" And I go, "Not that I know of." And then it happened again and again, and finally the lady who was working on me finally walks in the room and goes, "You're diabetic."
Not pre-diabetic, not watch out
Nope.
what you eat, just straight up diabetic.
Yep. It's time. Yep.
Damn.
They, thankfully, very thankfully, it's the treatable version.
Oh, that's great.
That
Hmm.
said, it's it's gonna be an uphill battle. I should mention I haven't put this news anywhere. I think you're about the fifth person I've told.
Other than family?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? That I know.
Fine.
And that a lot
Fine.
of people are going to know.
Yeah. Now everybody watches this is gonna know. Or if the subscriber count's anything to go by, roughly 788 people are gonna know.
Yeah.
And you know what? Fine. Hey,
You
there.
can always
Hey.
edit this out later if you change your
Oh
mind.
no. Oh no. You kidding me? Shame is my greatest motivator.
Oh, good to know.
Hey, it it does make me laugh that like so in the lore of my channel, my mask is cursed, so anybody who puts it on becomes me, which is now even funnier knowing that anybody who puts my mask on is will now be 6'3" and now have diabetes.
Wow.
I,
Wow, you're tall.
I I I have a gift that I can give to anybody who wears my mask.
A gift and a curse.
Does that does that exempt me from? Hmm, hold on. Does that exempt me from giving blood?
That's a good question.
Can't. I've been giving the thumbs up.
Does that mean thumbs up you can't or thumbs up you can?
Thumbs up. I can't, which is good because I don't want to.
Oh, good.
I. It sounds weird. I'm stingy with my blood.
I'm not good with giving blood either. I pass out every time I've tried.
I I hate needles, and then the best way I can describe it is I. It's like it's like the version of being cheap giving money, but for me it's blood. It's I made it. It's mine. Leave me alone.
Yeah, you don't get it back once you give it. There's no refunds.
try try to argue with the nurse taking me blood. Hey, can I get some of that back? At least like a vial or something.
Something, you would think. It's just a vial. I give you a
I
whole bag.
the thing is, I hate that I asked that of the nurse when I found out I was diabetic because they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna do some blood work," and I go, "Great, how much are you taking?"
We take as much as we need.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I want to know the precise measurement.
Really? Wow, you really are cheap with your blood.
Yeah, I made it. It's mine. It's in my body. It's gonna stay there.
No, it's not. Not if they take it. You're gonna
Not,
have to learn to share, Fresman.
uh, sharing is caring.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've heard anyway.
I s- so to to violently veer back onto course.
Oh,
I
okay.
I know it's a hard correction. I know, but it dawned on me. I'm like, man, we've been out there in the weeds for a while, haven't we?
A little bit, but hey,
Just a smidge.
just a smidge, yeah.
So, Dodge, where do you see your channel going from here? From the let's see, from what I can see, the last video that you put out was 1 day ago. Where do you plan to go? Do you plan to branch out into newer, broader horizons? Stay with uh, like the interviews slash narration format, or go back to gameplay?
I was thinking about that actually today because I was listening to one of my gameplays. Um, and I was wondering if I'd ever actually get back into that. But I think maybe my anxiety is too high for me to get back into doing scary gameplays again.
Okay.
So For right now, it's going to be with the interview slash narration format.
Okay. Have you considered making gameplay videos like with other people? Pardon me, with other people involved.
I've thought about it, and I've actually done it once before, a couple of times before. Once with a writer, and once with 242, another horror narrator, and it was
Okay.
really fun. I would try doing that again.
Nice. That's because
I
I
wonder.
know like phasmophobia is a pretty good way to
Yeah,
get
that's pretty
conversation.
popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people maybe are trying to see something different. Do you think phasmophobia would still bring people around?
Well, I think it like how I word it. I think it would be interesting to also like include topics of discussion regarding, say, if you were to do it with other like horror narrators, sort of discuss narration styles and how you guys procure stories and whatnot, but while trying to complete the tasks
Mm.
under duress, essentially.
Ah, I see. That can be that can be a little testy.
Have you heard about the idea I had for a stress stream?
What? No.
So I, it, so two friends of the show, Lady Spookaria and Weekly Creeps, uh, they have a talent for bullying me essentially. Not in a mean way. Not like oh they're jerks or whatnot. No, it's like the playful banter, all that good stuff. Um, but they have a talent for it. They're really good at it, and so I wanted to get them into a game of Left 4 Dead 2,
Mhm.
and then I'm wearing a blindfold, and they have to guide me verbally through the entire campaign.
No. I no.
Because like the minute I had the idea, I'm like, I can hear it. I can just hear it now. Just get over there, move, go.
Where? Where do you want me? No, I
Left.
yeah, more left. It turn in how many degrees? 15 degrees?
Am I
No.
downed? Am
Holy
I on the
cow.
ground? What happened?
Yeah. I need to pick up more ammo. I'm out of ammo. Where's the ammo at?
I would love to do that, and like not every campaign, but I was thinking like one of the classics like No Mercy or something.
What's No Mercy? Is that like
It's the
hard mode?
No Mercy is a campaign where you have to make it to the roof of a really tall hospital, but there's a chance you can like fall off of it.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
so guiding me blind through.
I feel like that would ruin friendships.
Oh yeah, but
That
the
is. Go ahead.
but the plan is but the thing is I plan to live stream it. So every
No.
everybody's
Don't
just on the
invite me to
clock.
that. Everyone
All
is on the clock.
I just imagine the main thing I'll be saying to both the audience and the people involved is just I'm sorry.
A lot of sorries. Yeah.
Yep.
I, I would rage quit so fast. No, sir. Stress chat. No.
I it's an idea I've had for a while, and I I, I guess would it be considered psychological torture?
I don't even know, but I know you'd have to pay me. You'd have to pay me to do that. There'd have to be some kind of contract that says that you can't plot to kill anyone later IRL.
Can't show up at my house.
Mm-mm. That's a serious contract. It'll have to be ironclad. Because after that stream, no one would talk to them to the other person ever again.
Or you know what? That wouldn't be a bad idea to implement like a 15-minute break, like you're at work.
During the stream.
Yeah, just like everybody, just go take a breather, and we'll come back.
Every 5 minutes, take a 15-minute break.
I mean, you probably need it at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would.
But with oh shoot, I just I didn't keep track of the time. So we've just crested an hour and 21 minutes by my count.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think we might have to wrap it up cuz I am feeling a little woozy. I think my blood pressure's going down a little bit or blood sugar. But
Sure, sure.
but to to wrap this up, I do have two questions for you. Real easy. Won't lead off into long tangents like we've been doing.
Okay.
The first one being, would you be open to coming back as a return guest at some point?
Sure, why not?
Fantastic. And then the second question is for your personal opinion. What is the video you are most proud of on your channel that you'd like to see in the description of this video?
Oh, man. That I'm most proud of. Wow, I'd have to think about that, actually. I know what the video is, but I don't know the name of it.
Is it that Dr. Langeskov from 8 years ago?
That was my RE8 gameplay.
There you go.
No. No, it's a story that I did with Baron Landred, um, but I can't remember the name of the story,
Oh,
so I'd have to tell you later.
sure thing. So you can let me know after this, and I will put links to it both at the end of this video. Like there will be a little overlay that comes over, and also put it in the description.
Wonderful.
But with that, party people, and by the way, Dodge, thank you so much for coming on. This has been an absolute blast.
Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. But with that, party people at home, thank you for watching. Please check out Dodge's channel. There will be links in the description below. But with that, party people, this has been Demasked. My name is Fresman, and I'll see you all next time.
Take care.